Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar. Listen, I want to give you guys a weekly financial update. I'm in between meetings at a quick second. I'm an accountant by profession, getting ready for tax season. So, in between getting training together, getting promos and advertising together, I want to stop and give you guys some good feedback. Okay, today is Wednesday, January 27th. Just want to kind of give you guys like a quick update on a couple things. First being, because I'm an accountant, I own a tax business, been in business 20 years. Kind of want to just give you guys some quick tips in regards to tax preparation, in regards to, especially if you're choosing an actual tax preparer. The first thing I want to give you guys advice on. Well, first, before I get started, again, I am Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, where we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and real estate investing. We'll also stream live on Facebook as well on the same page, Mr. Short Dollar. But definitely check us out, subscribe. We got tons of videos giving great information in regards to your personal finance, your business, lending, investing, all kind of great information. So please subscribe to the channel so you stay updated on everything. We're talking about tax season. And preface again, I am an accountant. I've been in business over 20 years. A couple things I want people to just take in consideration. I made a couple of videos in regards to one of the initial questions people give. Well, pretty much the most prevalent question people ask about prices, what person charges. And I'm going to say this, and this is no kind of advertisement with regard to my business. This is just in general when you're choosing the person that's doing your taxes. I think you should be more concerned with other things besides the price. Is price important? Yeah, price is important, but at the end of the day, this is definitely one of the situations you kind of get what you pay for, right? Because I've said it over and over again. The person that's doing your tax preparation, they're going to get your name, your address, your social security number, your bank information, and probably the same information on your children. And so, with that said, do you necessarily want the cheapest person? Because the cheapest person is not going to necessarily have systems in place to protect you and your loved ones with identity theft, or if they, anything can happen. Okay, because they may not even have, even if they're not doing anything illegal, they may not have the proper security measures in place to protect your information. And I think it's safe to say that because having those particular security measures and firewalls and security system setup is not cheap, and you can't charge, a lower rate and be able to provide those to your customers also. So that's just something to keep in mind. But with that said, I just want to give you guys a couple questions to run by somebody potentially if they're doing your tax preparation. And one of the first things to ask is kind of get the experience of what they're doing. I'm not saying don't go to someone that's just starting out with doing taxes, but I will say be a little cautious. Not as far as dealing with it, but if they're like maybe in their first couple of years of doing it, but they're working under somebody that's more experienced, that's fine. But if they're just starting and they've been doing their own personal stuff, maybe family and friends, you may want to be probably scrutinizing a little bit more, be a little bit more hesitant. Not that they're going to do anything wrong, but again, you have to make sure that you're protecting yourself. Okay. That's just something to kind of, one of my rules of thumb, just kind of, find out their experience level and actually, what they've done. And I just based in years, more so how complicated of tax returns they've done. They've done just basic, even though there's no longer an easy form, but just your W-2 and putting that in, or have they done with itemizing? Have they dealt with small businesses, rental properties, and things like that? Even if it doesn't apply to you. You just want to get an idea of how experienced this person that I'm dealing with. The next thing, you want to make sure that they have some kind of audit protection system set up, either for that they've paid for or one that you can pay for yourself. The reason being is that everyone's not going to be an enrolled agent, an EA, and that's a person that can actually they're not a CPA, which is a certified public accountant, but an EA. And I made a video in regards to the separation of the EAs, CPAs, in one of my previous videos on Mr. Short Dollar. But what I mean mainly with them not being an enrolled agent, if you have an issue with your tax return, nobody's fault. It just may be a simple audit that the IRS reaching out to you. They can be system generated. That person can't talk on your behalf. Okay. And there's nothing wrong if they can't talk on your behalf, but you want to have some system in place that somebody can talk on your behalf. So either they are able to do it, they have some kind of audit protection insurance set up because you may have forgot about that job you worked on a couple months last year, and you didn't get a W-2 until after the deadline. And then from that point, you're actually, and from that point, I'm sorry, from that point, you're actually scrambling because you didn't submit all the proper information, and now you're getting a letter from the IRS saying you didn't turn in all the actual income information, and now you need the IRS is sending you a bill because you had an omission on that, which was an error, and you need to have something to set you up. So I will make sure you ask them, do they have some kind of audit protection insurance? Again, that you can either you can pay for it, which you get your taxes done, or you can they have already provided for you. So the audit protection insurance is very important. The third thing is, I think this is probably the most important. Make sure, ask what kind of security measures they have set up. Do they have checks and balances set up? I mean, do they have the firewalls and, different things set up? You really don't want to deal with somebody just taking your stuff and filing it. And again, it could be nothing, intentional on their part, but they can just leave your paperwork down somewhere, someone gets your social security information. And, now you're going through hell because you went through identity theft. They don't have proper, things set up for them to not get hacked or anything. And like I said, these security software can be rather costly. That's why I kind of just be on the cautious about if you're going to deal with the cheapest person, because you want to make sure you're dealing with somebody that can afford to protect you. Because it's not just about tax preparation. We're in a digital world. We have a lot of people out there right now that are doing bad things with hacking, stealing people's personal information. And like I said, to be able to protect you and your information isn't the cheapest thing to be able to do. So you want to make sure you have someone that has those particular systems set in place to protect you. But again, that find out their insurance, their experience level, see if they got audit insurance protection available, either again that they're offering for you for free or that you can purchase for them, purchase from them for yourself. And the third one is see what kind of security measures they have set up. That's very, very important. One more side note, I want to just, let everybody know I've made all my preparers that work for me know, and it's one thing I try to push with everybody. With this year, and I did a video on it, the actual refund recovery credit. Okay, rebate recovery credit. I'm sorry, that's a refund. The rebate recovery credit, and that deals strictly with the stimulus payment that came early last year and the one that came at the end of last year. Make sure if they don't bring it up to you, I'm talking about your tax preparer, if they don't bring it up to you, that you let them know what you got from the stimulus payments from last year and at the beginning of last year and at the end of last year. The reason being is because that particular form for the rebate recovery credit has to be filled out, and you have to let them know if you received it or not and the dollar amount. The reason being, if it's not filled out properly, more than likely your return will get hung up. Okay, so that's very, very, very important. That goes for everybody. Make sure if they haven't brought it up to you, you bring it up to them. That what your stimulus payment was, that you did receive it or not, and what the amount was. That's very, very important. Okay, and that's enough with the tax preparation. Again, you guys know. Again, I'm Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. All my contact information is listed at the bottom of all the videos, so you can always reach out to our office and give us a call, and also all our different social media platforms are there, so you can hit that, check out some of the videos we have in regards to the rebate recovery credit, certain things deal with tax preparation, even choosing between, going if you want to go to a CPA, a EA or a regular preparer. All that information is listed in the video, so make sure you check that out if you got any questions about that. The next thing is I made a video the other day, and it had a good response, but it went kind of crazy in regards to the SBA loans, and I was talking about in particular the EIDL advance, and I was mentioning there wasn't such thing as an EIDL advance loan, because you have all these videos going out in, on the web, especially on YouTube, about a $10,000 EIDL advance grant. And I made a video saying there's no such thing, and what I was speaking on is that you have now what's called the targeted EIDL advance, and the difference is the SBA is stating that they're no longer taking applications for you to apply for a $10,000 EIDL advance. What they're doing is they're starting off, and this was from the second stimulus package that they received funding for. those people that applied, because people applied last year and they were turned down because the funds had been absorbed maybe sometime like the third quarter of last year. And they're saying that the people that were not awarded those EIDL grants, those $10,000 EIDL advance grants, because the funds running out, they're going to take care of them first. Okay, their priority to get taken care of first. Then they're going to take care of people that actually have applied for a disaster loan that are in low income areas, and they didn't put the maps out as far as the zip codes they're going to use to determine what's a low income area, and they're going to take care of them first. And those that was put out. I put the information out on the video. I had a lot of people saying no, it's not true. But again, I also put a link to the SBA's website in regards to that, because most important, the SBA said, don't reach out to us, apply, we'll contact you. That was a very important thing. They're saying, listen, we'll reach out to you in regards to that. But I just want people to be very, very cautious on things that they hear. I want you to believe me. I want you to, subscribe to our channel and follow up with us and believe what I'm saying. But I don't want you to believe me so much you're against reading and finding out, if you hear something that I say that you may not be comfortable with. Because as always, what I try to do is when I put information and videos out, especially they come from the SBA, IRS, or any kind of particular grant or anything, I put the links on my videos. So if you think I'm lying, check it. Or if you have some kind of difference or you're not interpreting me the best, or I might have said wrong, you can actually go and verify it. And I have no problem with anybody saying, hey, Deonte, you're wrong. But at the end of the day, am I wrong because you don't want to believe what I'm saying, or am I wrong because I had the incorrect information? And I'm very, very cautious about what I say, because I want to make sure that everything that I say is actual credible and verifiable, because that's the reason why the channel has grown. That's the reason why I've been in business so long, because I'm very quick to tell you if I'm not for sure, or if this is just something I think or I just believe. But when I say I know, I've verified it, and I make sure I put all the links and everything out. So I want you guys to just get controversial with that target EIDL advance, because there's a lot of videos in regards to $10,000 EIDL advance grant. The target EIDL advance grant is different, because again, it's just taking care of the people that already applied from last year that weren't funded. Okay. The next thing is the PPP loans. I know you got tons of people out here they're charging to do the loans with the PPP and even apply for the disaster loans. The easiest thing to do is your current bank that you have your business account with, just let them do it for you. They're going to ask you for a couple of documents. I got another video in regards to the forms you need for to receive the PPP and disaster loans. That video is on YouTube as well. Just go there. You can find out exactly what forms are needed. What forms are needed. You go to your bank. They already got your bank information, and they'll forward the stuff up for you free of charge. Okay. Be kind of cautious of people that's charging you. Again, if you say, "Hey, listen, I don't want to touch it. I'm afraid of paperwork and everything," and there's nothing wrong with it. You don't have time to deal with it. Fine, but understand that a lot of the programs that the SBA is allotting, they're doing, they're for free. Same thing with the disaster loan. I know people are charging astronomical prices for people to, we'll fill out your disaster loan paperwork, and we want X amount of percent to do that. You can go to the SBA website and apply for it for free, right? You can apply for it for free. And again, the only problem that come up is what I just mentioned before. They ask you for documents and different things that you're not familiar with, you're uncomfortable with it, you don't want to do it. I get it, totally understand. But what you should Google is, and even reach out to the SBA, find SBA accredited lenders that are some already that they will charge a fee profit application and a straight nominal fee. They're not supposed to charge no more than $2,500. Okay, they're $2,500, and these are the SBA certified lenders that actually doing the disaster loans. They're not, if they're listed with the SBA, because what has happened, the SBA is approving them to actually be able to charge for it, but they shouldn't charge you no more than $2,500, and that will be done on the back end before you receive your money, and maybe a couple $100 for application fee. But make sure you check on that, okay? But you still can do it for yourself for free, but just be wary about people that are charging you certain fees. And I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody's business, say anybody got ill intentions. I just want to let you guys as consumers understand what's out there for you and what you can and can't do. I mean, if anybody, I don't think nobody likes making money more than Deonte. Trust me. But I'm always about being fair and being right with people. Like I said, that's why I'm in the position I am right now, because I've done right with people and it's came back, to help me out and everything. But again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Again, I am Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, where we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and real estate investing. Also follow us on Facebook under the same name, Mr. Short Dollar, and also on TikTok under Mr. Short Dollar. Again, today is Wednesday, January 27th. That's my financial update for this week. You got any questions, again, all the social media links are at the bottom of the video, and also the contact information for my office. But as always, the easiest thing to do when you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that dollar sign in the bottom right-hand corner. Take care, you guys, and talk to you later.